What up, though? It's your boy King Cort. And I'm a wrestling fan. And this is my belt collection. Cort. We gonna start off with one of my favorite belts of all time. This is the Andre the Giant Big Gold. Now, if you know anything about this title right here, for one, it was my first title. I started collecting wrestling belts because I wanted to lose weight and look like a real wrestler. And I knew if I lost weight and got the look of a wrestler, I'll look good outside or whatever the hell. And then, you know, each wrestling belt comes with, you know, notches, just like a belt and shit. So the more I lost weight, the more I could wear certain titles that wasn't meant for my weight or whatever. Like my stomach was too big to wear the Intercontinental title. My stomach was too big to wear the ECW title. And I wanted the Cruiserweight title, but I know for damn sure that shit is meant for a motherfucker that weigh 165 pounds. Yeah, I don't weigh no motherfucking 165 pounds. I weigh motherfucking 221 or some shit like that. So yeah, that wasn't a belt for me. But this belt right here, I made this my first belt because for one, I ain't never seen nobody with it at the arena or nothing like that, you know. And the Giant was like, you know, a legend out in this mud. So for them to never use this title, yo, that shit is mad crazy to me. That shit got the different countries on the side and shit. Yeah, I don't think it's nothing that beats this title. It ain't on no real leather though. I got this on vinyl. I need to re-leather this though. It would be dope. The next title I'm gonna talk about is this right here. One of my favorite titles. It is the Big Gold from Fondue or Fandu. They're a great belt making company and shit. They got a lot of detail in this belt, as you can see. It's nickel and gold and shit. It's on nickel and it's gold plated and shit. And as you can see, it say Cort right here. That's what makes it so special. This was my second wrestling belt I got type shit. I had to get this one because I grew up watching Triple H and shit, and that's why I had to get the red backing. This is real leather on this, and I had to get the red backing. I done had it hanging up on the wall, and I got them old school 90 walls with the spikes on it, so it's wear and tearing at the leather. If you can see right here, shit like this is starting to mess up the leather on the belt. You know, everybody had to walk down the steps at least one time, or, you know, walk outside with the water in their mouth and go, because Triple H was the GOAT. Everybody wanted to be the cerebral assassin because he was the game. It got Swarovski crystals in it. There's not no real diamonds in it or whatever, but it is something that passes for real diamonds. That's a fun fact. And the majority of the wrestling belts you see, they don't got real diamonds in the belt. It's actually cubic zirconia, and majority of the wrestling belts, if not all of the wrestling belts, don't quote me because they wrestle with them. They're like a prop. The championship is the name, but the belt is the prop, you know. And so sometimes they drop these wrestling belts and the jewels fall out. So imagine you spending all this money on diamonds in this motherfucker. He done clucked somebody upside the fucking head, and one of your diamonds done flew into the motherfucking crowd. Now a nigga about to take that bitch to the pawn shop and pro up on your dumb ass. But yeah, get you some Swarovski crystals in that bitch. Then you could just replace the motherfuckers and it'll look like the real thing. And it won't be glass, you know. But yeah, that's the world title. The next belt I'm gonna bring up is the World Heavyweight Tag Team titles. Customized with the WWF strap on it. You feel me? If you didn't know, back in the day, WWF sold the WWF trademark to the World Wildlife Federation. Then they became WWE for that reason, you know, the World Wrestling Entertainment shit. So yeah, I had to bring it back. They didn't make these titles for, you know, the WWE. They made these bitches for the motherfucking WWF. And I had to see that old school logo on this motherfucking title because a lot of my favorite tag teams helped this motherfucker. The Hart Foundation, the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, the Legion of Doom, being the Road Warriors, Animal and Hawk, you feel me? And so yeah, I got the red back on this motherfucker too, just like Triple H and shit, just like the other title. But it's a funny story how I got this. I ordered the world title, and then they sent me this belt by mistake. And they told me, like, we sorry we made a mistake, we sent you the wrong title or whatever. I know you've been waiting, but for your troubles, we gonna send you your world title and you get to pick the color of what you want the backing to look like or whatever. And they sent me my world title, let me keep this one for free, and I asked for the red backing on the motherfucking leather and shit. And that's how I got that one. So I ended up with a 2-for-1. The world title was my third belt. It was supposed to be my second belt, but this ended up coming instead. But the Andre the Giant one was my first belt. But yeah, this is the world tag team titles right here. The next title I got was the John Cena WWE Spinner Belt. Yeah. I had to get the John Cena Spinner Belt because John Cena was the GOAT when I was growing up. I bought this nigga album like twice or something like that, right? And on top of that, this title was just like the most craziest shit you could ever see in the black community growing up, right? Like, me and my friends was raised by single mothers and shit. And they couldn't afford like the real motherfucking expensive world titles and shit, being the reason why I got this in the first place. We would go to these wrestling events, and the first spinner belt we got, we loved this belt so much, they put that bitch on like a layer of garbage bag material or something like that, and you had to press and spin it like this. This how you had to spin it and shit, and it didn't spin without it. And then one day, I was walking through Target, and I seen the toy replica, the toy replica spinner belt and shit, and they actually looked legit or whatever, and that bitch actually spent a little, so it was, it was on site after that or whatever the fuck. But we started off with the trash bag spinner belt and shit from the house shows. But then, I was like, when I get older, nigga, I'm gonna get me some motherfucking money by myself, and I'm gonna motherfucking buy this motherfucking WWE spinner belt you see today. Next belt that I had bought for myself, it don't look like how I was because, yeah, I'm a genius. I'm the best in the world. And so what I did was I learned how to customize these wrestling belts. I learned how to basically tell the different measurements and tell if they could fit certain leather straps and if they couldn't. And so with that being said, my next belt was the United Kingdom title right here. You feel me? Right here. And if you notice, it's on the motherfucking red strap instead of the black strap that it came on. You feel me? It's King Cort, that legendary. I gotta be different with some shit. It got the red side plates and shit like that. You look closely, it's red and shit, but it all match each other. It's just a red belt. It got a black backing and shit. It's the standard motherfucking WWE licensed, fake strap or whatever the fuck. I didn't re-leather it or whatever. But I should get this actually made, get it in a burgundy color, and that shit'll go crazy. But yeah, this is the fourth belt that I got, and it's gonna relate to, I believe, the next belt that I got after that. Alright, now this is the fifth belt, and it's justified. This is the one you see on TV, but it's not. Everybody liked the WWE title name, and everybody liked it, the undisputed world heavyweight title, WWE shit that's out now currently, that Cody Rhodes got. But before that title was a thing, and before Roman Reigns combined both of the titles, I had the Universal title. And like I told y'all, I modified my motherfucking United Kingdom title with the red strap. I got that red strap from the Universal title, alright? I took a knife and I thinly cut a piece off of it. It was like a patch on the belt. And I thinly took a knife and I cut that motherfucker off. And I put it on this belt right here. So this is the United Kingdom strap on this WWE Universal title. This is not the WWE World title as you can see or whatever. This is actually the Universal title, the one that Brock Lesnar had, but it's on the red and black strap. I customized it like that. You see these screws on the back? You can just screw these motherfuckers off. And they got the King Coat side plates, well, the Ultimate Warrior side plates, as you can see. But a lot of people don't know I got that side plate because you look closely right here. That's my tattoo right here of Ultimate Warrior. It's the same thing, but it's on the side plate and shit. If you can see here, I removed the motherfucking universal side plates off of the original title to put it on this one. And they got the red rubies on this one. It don't just got the clear white motherfucking, you know, plastic damn gems on it. They got the motherfucking red ones surrounding it. If you can see and shit, it's like right here or whatever. So it gave it like a little accent or whatever the fuck. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I got the red right here and it's redded out. And then the thing that set it off is I got a black switch and shit. Everybody else got the red one or they got a gold one. This shit is all black and shit. It's Notion color. And when I grew up, I always wanted to rep the Wolfpack. So my world title gotta have the motherfucking red and black. I don't know what to name this show. What the fuck? Wrestling belt collection? Nerd collection? Shit, y'all help me think of a name. But this was my wrestling belt collection.